treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Gosh, I hope you all enjoyed that last segment I did. I know it's different than what we normally do, and probably different than most talk shows do, unless you're on an exclusively Christian radio station. Sometimes people say to me, is it a Christian radio station? And I say, well, I mean, we don't shy away from Christian topics and that, but not by the true definition of a Christian radio station, but
right.
But it's owned by Christians, and you and I are. That doesn't mean we wouldn't be fair to other religions. It's just so anyway. So it was kind of fun to do that little piece there. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center, and they don't discriminate there.
No.
When you donate your blood, it goes to people who need it. Simple as that. And when you want to donate your blood, they don't care what your religion is.
No.
Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Hey, you know what? We have a food truck lady coming in here later on, and she specializes in Native American cuisine. And you have Native American heritage. As a kid, did you have a lot of Native American food?
No, it's more Southern. I mean, my tribe was assimilated really, really, really early. So, pre-Civil War and everything. So most of whatever our culture was kind of assimilated into the white man.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are some things that I guess my cuisine was more Southern North Carolina, South North Carolina, southern part of North Carolina.
Okay. Well, see, it's kind of similar to my experience. My mother was born in Germany, but I think we had more Italian food than anything because, my mother basically grew up in New York, in the Bronx, and it was pretty Italian over there, so she learned, pizza and spaghetti.
I'm curious as to what Indian cuisine is. I mean, they live mostly a subsistence lifestyle.
That's a really good question. Well, she'll be here at 9:05. I'm looking forward to it, too. So
Yeah, be interesting.
Be interesting if that ever became an actual restaurant you could go to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Indian food, feather, not dot. I mean, that
right.
Would be the name of
Feather, not dot.
Yeah.
I like that.
Feather, not dot.
Yeah, I like that.
Indian food.
By the way, one thing I didn't get to say, because I took too much time with the top 10 and I didn't spend enough time on the song by, what was the guy's name again, the composer?
Oh, Mozart.
Not Mozart, by Allegri.
Oh.
Allegri. Gregorio Allegri, the song called Miserere. It's really not considered a song, I guess, but...
It was beautiful.
So Mozart went in at the age of 14, he heard it, he was impressed by it, he went back to hear it again, and from memory he was able to write it down even though it was against the rules, right? Mm-hmm. And he thought he was going to get in trouble for it. I told you that part. But what happened is people wanted to make, now that he had it in writing, people wanted to make money from it.
Yeah.
So publishers were publishing it, and they were giving Mozart credit for it, which is interesting. And of course, Mozart didn't want credit for it. That's how come we know today that it's not his piece. It's this guy named Allegri. But the other part that you didn't know is that the reason the Pope didn't want to leave the Sistine, the Sistine Chapel, is because they had a secret. The secret was that the boys who sang it were given permission to improvise. And so they would go all over the map with the notes. They wouldn't stick to it. They would just do their thing. And they were very, very good at it. And so it was different every time
it was performed.
People who were present heard it. Yeah. And so Mozart heard one version, I guess. I guess he heard it twice. And he wrote it down, and so that was the version that went out there. But the truth is, it was always slightly different because the kids were doing their own thing. Hey,
That's amazing.
Once you don't have your testicles, you don't have much else to live for. You might as well, just
praises to God.
Praise to God. They didn't take my whole life.
Exactly.
They just took my future.
Oh my gosh.
That's a crazy thing, isn't it? That you want high voices and you don't think of girls. Why don't you put girls in there?
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly. Took a long time.
So
for that.
From Native American food to castration story.
Exactly.
I don't know where I'm.
Yeah, I know you don't. But I do have something fun. It is if historical figures had smartphones.
That is cool.
Galen, how's the blood supply right now?
We're okay. We need all types, but we're not in a urgent need. We're just we have a 4-day blood supply, so we like to be at 7, but we're okay. But get out there and give the gift of life and donate blood.
Wow, it's 4 days. That's it. If everybody stopped giving, 5 days from today, somebody who needs surgery wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
It'd probably be less than that if you looked at the types needed and the antigen-specific units. Yeah, it would be a lot quicker than that. But overall,
wow.
4.
Sticking with the God theme a little bit, I mean, don't you think that maybe God whispers to everybody who donates blood, why don't you go donate blood today? Because
I hope so.
Knowing that somebody's going to need it is just an interesting thought, I guess.
Once in a while, I think he should just yell at us.
There you go.
No, he says, Galen, that's your job. Your job is to yell, Galen.
That's right.
Galen Unold, it is your duty to make sure.
Put me on this earth to do that. But once in a while, about something more important, about blood donation, but about some of the things we do as a society, as an individual. You just sometimes just hear, "What are you doing? Stop!" Mm-hmm. When you were growing up, your parents knew when you were doing something wrong.
Yes.
Right,
And you're like, how in the world do they know that? And they would just yell, "Stop!" You're like, "What? Where are you?" That's what you would want once in a while to say. I guess then everybody would believe, right?
Exactly.
Oh, goodness, yeah. How
would still say, "I don't know what I didn't hear anything." So.
Oh, there was this. Oh, well, I'll tell you this. I have too many topics to bring up. I don't want to confuse everybody. So anyway, thank the folks. Thank the folks at Penn Flooring, because they're the ones who make this possible. They sponsored the segment we do with Galen Unold and LifeSouth every morning. They have some beautiful flooring. Beautify your home. Remodel your home from the floor up. You okay?
Gesundheit.
Was that sneeze? Bless you.
I got a tickle.
Oh, okay.
I got a tickle in my throat.
Yeah. They've been in business for over 25 years. They'll put some beautiful flooring in your home, your office, and you will be happy with it. And they will show you what to do to take care of it. They'll put it in for you, of course. Go check out their samples at their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, over the McKay-Williams Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses the railroad tracks on 17th Street, just a few blocks from Pine Avenue. Mm-hmm. There you go. Thank you, Penn Flooring and Galen Unold, of course. All right, so if historical figures had phones, the first one I want to tell you is about Mozart.
Yes.
Because the story I just told you before Galen came on was that Mozart went into the Sistine Chapel and he heard that piece called Miserere, right?
Yes.
And he wrote it down because he could do that. The average person can't go in there and memorize an entire composition. The thing has got to be 20 minutes long, by the way. It's a huge piece. I guess he had help with the words because it's the 51st Psalm. That made it easy. He just had to write the notes down.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But anyway, he did. But had he had a smartphone, he could have used an app.
Or recorded it right there on the spot. He could have just hit record and did a video of it.
Right. So
I wonder what kind of signal you get inside the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, really.
That would be, come on. Mozart would be like, I can't get a signal in here. I need
Open
a Wi-Fi
window.
hotspot. I need a Wi-Fi hotspot.
He would have said that. Do you know, in order to educate myself on this story, I watched this video on it, and the video showed the Sistine Chapel, and one day I got to see this thing. That really is an amazing...
My son saw it.
Wow.
TJ went to see it when he went to Europe when he graduated, and it takes your breath away.
Have you ever seen it, Galen?
No, I've never been there. No, I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Greece. But that's the only place overseas that I really, really want to go to is Greece and Italy. So. Yeah,
they were on my list too.
Yeah.
So was France though, and England.
Yes.
And Germany. All right. If historical figures had smartphones, Henry VIII would have swiped left on his first 5 wives.
Oh God. Not really. No, he would have liked them. Right? He married them, so he obviously liked them the first time.
Okay, that's a fair thing, yeah. And what is that? What is that thing called that you did that on? What's that called?
Tinder.
Tinder, yeah. Tinder, yeah. Yeah. Well, you just reject people by swiping to the left. All right, I got 8 more. I think. Yeah, 8 more.
Okay.
8 more things if historical figures had smartphones. And, of course, the amazing commentary from Galen Unold.
I know. Galen's the best. He's great.
We'll take a little break and do the rest when we come back. Come back. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident for today's sunshine mixing with clouds. There'll be a couple of thunderstorms around this afternoon and evening, the high 89 to 93. And later tonight, partly cloudy, though 72 to 76. Tomorrow, sunshine mixing with clouds. Watch out for an afternoon thunderstorm or two, high 89 to 93. Friday, partly sunny with a shower or thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
La Famiglia Pizzeria has moved into Ocala. Stop by today at 2504 Southeast 17th Street and see for yourself what everyone is talking about.
Awesome place. I never get pizza anywhere else.
Great New York-style pizza and dishes.
Best pizza in Ocala.
One trip and you'll agree, La Famiglia Pizzeria is the best. La Famiglia Pizzeria. Stop by for a pizza that you'll love or call in and order yours for pickup. 352-245-2419. La Famiglia Pizzeria.
Want to learn more about your furnace or air conditioner? Tune in this Saturday for free tips and expert advice on how to get the most out of your heating and air conditioning system. Or get a free AC rejuvenation by being the first person to go to cleanmyac.com. That's cleanmyac.com. Saturday, free tips and expert advice how to get the most out of your heating and air conditioning system. Or get a free AC rejuvenation by being the first person to go to cleanmyac.com. That's cleanmyac.com.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala, proud sponsor of Friday Night High School Football on WOCA, The Source.
Are you looking for a durable farm fence to keep your horses enclosed or a beautiful vinyl fence to give that finishing touch to your home? Seminole Fence has over 20 years of experience in providing quality fence products and services for farm and residential properties. Let them surround your property with a fence that provides privacy, security, and stunning appeal. Don't wait. Contact them today at 352-208-0959 for a free estimate. Seminole Fence, working hard to build fences and harder to build relationships.
We are The Source, WOCA, news, talk, sports, and more.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. And, of course, the main reason he's on is to remind us that donating blood is the only way that we end up with a blood supply and that lives are saved through that process. Otherwise, there is no blood supply. It's amazing considering there's always a blood supply.
Yeah.
It's really amazing when you think about it. There's always a blood supply. All right, so we're talking about if historical figures had smartphones. So far, we've talked about Mozart would have been able to identify the piece I played for you earlier, Miserere, with an app instead of his ears. And what was the other one I said? Oh, Henry VIII would have swiped left his first 5 wives. Paul Revere would have sent a reply all.
Yeah, right. It was in a group text.
Right. Get on your horse and tell everybody. Are you kidding?
Exactly.
All you got to do is post it on Facebook and it's done.
The thing is, would have anybody have responded? The British are coming.
Okay.
LOL. LOL. You're so funny, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You would have had all these comments underneath it.
That's right. That's right. They would have lost.
About it. So if you had a smartphone, you would have had like a month's notice because you would have had somebody in England saying, "Hey, yeah, they just left. They'll be here in a month."
That's right. That's right. It's funny. Let's see, Michelangelo.
Maybe, depending on the weather.
That's right.
Right. Well, that would have been in like single letters. How do they do that depending on the weather?
Oh, I don't know.
DOW, depending on the weather?
Might be.
Oh, I didn't know that was an acronym.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I did.
LOL.
That went through this whole thing. Who was the... Oh, gosh, we had a...
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, we had the guy with the...
Yeah, who's the lady one of those creepy movies? Halloween movies. Oh,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah. She had this...
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. All right. If Michelangelo had a smartphone,
yes,
he would have posted a photo every time he carved another nude statue.
Well, he would have actually built that helicopter that he designed.
Right.
I mean, you know, talking about a guy who was 500 years ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think that was Da Vinci, right?
It was Da Vinci.
Oh, I'm getting them
helicopter,
confused. That's my bad. Yeah, Da Vinci.
All right, the next one.
All those Italian guys in the Renaissance.
Of course. They all wore hats. They all looked the same.
If historical figures had smartphones, London could have avoided the Great Plague. People would have been leaving reviews on Yelp.
Yeah, there you go.
I literally got the plague when I went to this restaurant.
Nice.
The word literally.
If Nostradamus had a smartphone, it wouldn't be called Google. It would just be called Nostradamus.
Or the Nost.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah.
There was a guy just.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did. Yeah. Well, Charlie Chaplin did. You've seen that video, right?
I have.
Of that lady.
That's fun.
Have you ever, again during going down the YouTube rabbit hole? Have you ever seen the time traveler?
Well,
There's this guy
who goes under his sink.
Say that again.
The guy who goes under his sink.
No, I don't know about that one.
Okay.
This guy, they have all these photos where there's a picture of in a press conference where there's this guy and he's wearing the exact same outfit and he looks exactly the same, but it's 100 years later.
Oh.
You ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, just YouTube time travelers. I don't know how I got there. It just
oh my goodness!
You get to some places on YouTube. What am I looking at now?
All right,
that looks interesting.
All right, you got to look up the guy who went under his sink.
Yeah.
Have you never seen this video?
I don't think I have.
Okay, well let me tell you about it. This guy says he was fixing a leak or something under his sink, and he noticed that the back of the sink had an opening behind the cabinet. So he crawled through it, and now he was outside in his own backyard. And there's a guy back there, a bald-headed guy. And he says, "What are you doing in my yard?" He says, "What are you talking about? This is my yard." Mm-hmm. And he notices he has the same exact tattoo on his left arm. Mm-hmm. And he says, "Wait a minute, you're me." So they decide that they are each other's former and latter selves. Mm-hmm. Okay? And he takes a selfie of himself with his future self. Then he crawls back through the hall, and he says to his wife, "I just met myself in the future, in the backyard. Here's a picture of me." What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this?
No, I'll have to look at it.
Oh, you got to Google this.
He read Oreo and Braun.
YouTube is a crazy thing, isn't it?
YouTube is a crazy thing. All right, let me tell you other things. If historical figures had smartphones, Christopher Columbus would have recalculated his course and made a left turn just before getting to the Caribbean.
Well, you know what? He would have realized he wasn't first.
Right.
Those darn Vikings.
Known the world was round. He would have already known the world was round, and he wouldn't have even gone on the trip. He's like, "What's the point?"
I got Google Earth. I know we've never been there, but
it's Google Earth. Google Earth. I know it's there. Yeah.
Do they have Street
Let
View?
those Indians alone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yesterday we were talking about, they've been all talking about the 5 flags that flew over Florida. They left out the Timucua flag. Mm-hmm. the nation.
They sure did.
The Timucua nation that ruled over Ocala for 400-something years.
Yeah.
All right.
They have a flag?
No, probably not, but they could make one.
No, I mean, what would they need a flag for?
You could make one, though. You could say this represents the group that didn't have one.
That's right.
Really?
Okay. All right, let's see.
Flags are a very European thing. So.
I always thought flags were an American thing that Europe adopted. I thought somewhere No, I thought I remember learning that the American flag was the first national flag in the world.
Oh, my gosh.
No, is that true? No, that can't
wow, that's fascinating stuff.
Okay. Well,
no. They were the Mongolians had flags.
Okay.
Oh.
What was the first national flag in the world? Let me see.
I mean, the Romans had flags.
Yeah, I think they did.
They had the face of Caesar.
What was the first country to have an official national flag? Oh, Denmark, it says.
Oh, okay.
Well, whatever. All right, the next one. If historical figures had smartphones, the 49ers would have stayed home. The gold guys, the guys looking for gold in 1849.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the football team.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If historical figures had smartphones, Midwestern farmers would have seen the Dust Bowl coming.
Oh, gosh.
True.
10 years. Can you imagine 10 years? 10 years.
Wow. Gosh.
Vincent van Gogh would have taken a selfie from his good side.
That's pretty good.
Not the
He would
sign.
have used a different filter. He would have photoshopped in his ear.
He would have photoshopped it so he'd look the same on both sides.
Yeah.
If historical figures had smartphones, Brutus would have simply unfriended Caesar.
Oh, gee.
That's right. Take that, Julius.
Just going to unfriend him.
That's right. I'm unfriending you.
You know, William Shakespeare would have had his own YouTube channel.
That's right.
That's right. Right. I think he has one now. It's called the History Channel.
Yeah. That's
no, it's
cool.
A&E. It's A&E. Or
A&E does a lot of this.
well, that's all I have.
Oh, that's funny.
So there you go.
That's funny.
Or maybe we would have a movie theater.
I wonder if he would have had copyright infringement lawsuits going all the time.
He probably would.
I wrote that. It's fine. You wrote that. I wrote that.
And then before you know it, women would come on board and say, "Hey, you know, you guys are pretending to be a woman. Just let the woman play the parts."
I agree. I agree.
Caitlyn Jenner would come through for him.
All right, we got a little extra time than we normally do. So, Galen, you can take a while to tell us where the Bloodmobile is today.
Well, today we're at the Subway shop, Subway restaurant. Is it a restaurant? I don't know.
It is
Subway,
a restaurant, yes.
Fresh. Southeast Mary Camp Road, and we'll be there today starting at about 11 o'clock. And we hope everybody can come out and see us.
Oh, okay. That'd be wonderful. Are you giving away any certificates or coupons?
You know, I don't know. We usually do, but I don't know. Usually we give away a 6-inch sub, but I'm not sure if they're doing that again today or not.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's.
Did you hear about the city council that decided to offer hot dogs to people who showed up at their city council meeting?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, man, why not?
I think food will get them in there.
You know what? Yeah, absolutely do it.
So get the sub shop to give you the half-inch sub. What do you call it? 6-inch sub.
6-inch.
6-inch sub. Yeah.
Yeah, but you get all the stuff on there, and it's really a huge.
That's a good.
It's
It's
a good sub.
Good place to get a sub.
Yeah, it is. It is. Subway's like the best.
All right. So if you can't get to the Bloodmobile,
I have to say the source since I gave a plug for Subway.
Oh, that's
right.
right.
Get mad at me. Source.
well, if Subway wants to pay up, they can bring us some sandwiches, and we'll call it even.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, call it a draw. You want the salmon, right, on yours?
Where did we go the other day? We went to an actual Chinese restaurant, and I said, I wonder if they have salmon here. Galen said they won't have salmon here.
Yeah.
There's an actual Chinese restaurant, not a buffet, an actual Chinese restaurant.
And they probably had salmon just because I said they didn't.
I couldn't tell you if they did or not. But it was so sweet. The woman had a little girl, and they were watching TV on their smartphone.
Yeah.
Behind the counter on like beach chairs.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I just love entrepreneurialism and the creativity of people.
So donate blood, save
Sit
some
in a beach chair.
Save some lives. Yes.
And the beach, pray for beach weather for Galen and his family this weekend.
Oh, please, yeah. Gotta go. I'm going.
Today's the day.
If I sit in the rain in the car.
Today is your day. Today's your day. Galen, thank you for what you do. You make this a better place, and you make our morning a lot brighter, too.
All right. Thanks, you guys, for everything.
Thank you. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. It's Donald Trump in primetime for Thursday night's Fox News Facebook debate.
Couple share that stage with former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, and Senators Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, and Marco Rubio. Dr. Ben Carson, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and Ohio Governor John Kasich rounding out the top 10 for a debate in his home state. The remaining 7 Republican candidates are invited to a debate earlier in the evening.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. The piece of aircraft suspected to be from the missing Malaysian airliner is being examined in France.
Investigators have already identified the object as coming from the same model as the missing plane. In the next few hours, they'll try and see if there's a definite link to this particular aircraft.
Fox Radio, Simon Owen. And the Pope says divorced Catholics who remarry and their children deserve better treatment from their church. Fox News. We report. You decide.